Good morning, everybody. Let's see what today's going to bring, shall we? Reversals. Look, guys, it's the Chariot again. I don't know there's much more I can say about the Chariot reversed, guys. Please, 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 try not to go to war over stupid things. There is no reason to die on a hill you don't need to die on. There is no reason to make yourself necessarily bigger than you really are. A lot of times we get into needless arguments, and then we get to a point that we are afraid to admit that we had any part in causing the argument. Sometimes things break down. Communication is one of them. Be careful out there. Pay attention to where you're going. Watch where your feet are going, watch where your bicycle is going, watch where your motorcycle is going, watch where your car is going, whatever it is, watch where you're going, because breaking down on the highway is not good. But also make sure when you're communicating with people that you're paying attention. There are far too many generations alive that have very different communication styles, and sometimes we need to remember to flex a little. And a great example of this is going to be our older generations, guys, grew up in a very strict thing. But they're also at that point where learning new language is difficult. So when trying to get them to change their language, you have to give them the grace to make a mistake. Obviously, if they're not trying, and some of them are not, you are allowed to call them out on it. But if you know that they're traditionally ones that were trying to do something, give them the grace to make that mistake. A lot of times they're not trying to hurt you. A lot of the times they're just trying to keep up, and a lot has changed in their lifetime. A lot has changed in my lifetime. So I'm not gonna lie, asking my mother and my grandparents right now to change the language they grew up with is difficult for them, and they're trying. So you can do the same courtesy. Don't expect it to change overnight, because it's not going to. It's hard. All right, everybody, stay safe out there. Try not to start needless arguments, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.